What exactly is a financial advisor, and what would one do for me?
Yeah, Reg, that's actually a great place to start because I think one of the problems is you can't possibly make that decision if you don't know what a financial advisor does. And I think there's a lot of misunderstanding out there and understandably can get confusing. So it's pretty nuanced. I'll sort of lay out, there's a lot of options and, stop me whenever you want to jump in, but they can really wear a few hats for you. So, number one, I think what everyone thinks of as a financial advisor is going to manage your investments,
Mm.
manage your retirement nest egg. And of course, that is one of the things that they do. But I think that a common question now is that, well, why do I need one? Because there are so many tools that I can do that myself, or there's robo advisors, there's AI, we can get into all that layer. There's so much to choose from. But I think that outside of that, what's really important for people to know is advisors, I find that their biggest value is what I call servicing.
Mm.
And what that means is essentially things like, I'll give some examples. So when it comes time to getting ready to take Social Security, they can help you with those decisions and do an analysis and show you what you would get at each year and kind of help you navigate that decision.
Mm.
Uh, RMDs is a big one, required, minimum distributions. And so that's for anyone that has like a work plan that you haven't paid taxes on that money yet. You're contributing pre-tax.
Mhm.
At some point, you are going to be required to take distributions. And that's where the service of a financial advisor can really come in handy to help you navigate all these things that normal people who don't do this every day are like, how do I make decisions? What do I do? Things of that nature. And lastly, there's a lot in between, but I would say one of the most important things too is just kind of having a relationship with someone along the way, because none of us really knows what's going to happen, when it's going to happen. I could tell you that my husband and I have a financial advisor. We don't self-manage. And one of the things that gives me great comfort is knowing that in the event, God forbid, something happened to us, my son just has one phone call to make.
Mm.
And someone that can help guide him through all the different accounts and what's going on. So a lot of times a financial advisor can be a really big help in almost becoming part of your financial family, so to speak.
Uh,
Well,
just a quick follow up. So, if let's say, for instance, I choose a financial advisor, am I
mhm.
tied to this financial advisor for a long term? Is it something I can do short term? You know what I mean? Because some people may think it's a lifelong partnership, and it could be a short term thing. So, how do you manage that process?
Sure. So one of the things to remember overall is that you're the client. So it is up to you.
Mm.
You are not obligated to them in any way. They work for you, right? And so if you decide one day that you want a different financial advisor or you want to self-manage, you don't have to worry that there's no catch that they're going to hold your money hostage or
Mhm.
something like that. That's number one. Um, Number two, there are a lot of ways to have a financial advisor. So if they are managing your assets, then that would be a little more of a complicated process to let's just say you wanted to switch financial advisors. Then you would have to initiate a transfer of that money
Mhm.
to another account and things of that nature. It's pretty seamless these days, to be honest. I think the thought of it is a little more overwhelming to
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
than really but also there's other ways to engage a financial advisor where they're not managing your money. You can have, I'm sure a lot of people have heard about the term fee only,
Mm.
and sometimes you can just pay a financial advisor a fee to say, please look at my stuff. I need a plan. I just want an assessment. I don't want to commit any further than that. And so there are a lot of options within the financial advice arena where you don't even have to transfer money over and you could have a one-time interaction with them and then never talk to them again.
That's good to know. I appreciate that.
Yeah, that is really good to know. So there's options. It's almost like not a smorgasbord or a buffet, but almost like that. You don't there's not a pigeonhole of financial advice that we can either pay for a percentage basis or fee based or robo like you mentioned, robo advisors or even AI. So I guess it's good to at least know what the playing field looks like. And so you sharing that is very helpful. I think one of the biggest misconceptions is that you need to be wealthy in order to even think about having a financial advisor.
Mm.
It's probably common to misconceived idea, but based on your experience, who tends to benefit the most?
So sorry, my security camera isn't ringing.
That's all right.
It's
Please.
okay. It happens. Okay, Melissa, who do you think would benefit the most from working with a financial advisor? Like, can you share a few real life examples of people, not naming names, but people whose lives have actually changed because they decided to use a financial advisor?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I think that another sort of analogy is when people think of wealth, they think of financial advisor, they think of estate planning attorney. And what people don't realize, I can use a family example. My late mom had a financial advisor and an estate planning attorney. And I can promise you, my mom was in no way wealthy. My mom was a retired school teacher. She was, she had saved. She was fine, but she was in no way wealthy. So it's nothing to do with that. And I think that people hear things like financial advisor, estate planner, and what they don't realize is there are things that anyone at any level in their life can benefit from.
Mhm.
So, and a financial advisor, I bring up estate planning and taxes as well, because a financial advisor can sort of act as your coach and let you know when it's time to bring someone in. And it could be as simple as, hey, if you have adult children and you want to put a house that you have, doesn't have to be a fancy house, but just a house, into a trust, let's say. That's something that's very common, and it doesn't cost a lot of money. And what it does is it lets your heirs, this is obviously, I'm broad stroking here, so
Yep.
it's not
Yep.
applicable,
Yeah.
but it can make it a lot easier for your family that's left behind to kind of deal with everything. They can guide you in a lot of those areas, like how to structure, making sure that you have a will. Everyone should have a will. Even if you have $3 in your bank account, everyone should have a will.
Mhm.
A lot of people don't realize that. So I think that you absolutely do not have to be wealthy. I think that it really depends on the complexity of your situation and how much you want some guidance and some help. Someone could have a lot of money sitting in a 401k and they're just working, and they might not really even need a financial advisor until later on in life. And someone else might have less money, but in my mom's case, for example, she didn't know anything about finances. She just needed guidance, and she needed someone to help her along the way. And for a small fee that she paid every year, I think it was worth it.